It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's
The
us,
podcast is
girl.
happening. I've been thinking about this for
How?
6 months.
Okay.
6 months. It's been a long time coming, I feel. I've hyped it up a lot on social media. Everybody that knows me knows I like to have a gab.
You do. I can confirm that.
She can confirm that I never shut up, as can everyone else that knows me. So, no but red flags.
Absolutely. I'm here for it now. Let's go.
Right. Should we introduce ourselves? For
Yeah.
anyone that actually doesn't know me and is listening, thank you for listening. I'm Chloe. I feel like I have a very tumultuous dating history, which I think probably I shouldn't be sharing with the world. We need to talk about it because
The world needs
it's a universal experience and I'm just the tip of the iceberg.
And I'm here for it.
The tip
And the
of
rest of the
iceberg.
pod are here for it.
Yes. So, you introduce
Sure.
yourself.
I'm Sophia and I am Chloe's girl. So I am ready to hear everything that she's going to tell me. And I'm going to be supportive of her. As to whether I agree with some of her decisions, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But we'll go from here.
I do make terrible decisions.
Correct.
So this episode is all about red flags. It's actually titled The Red Flags We Ignored Until We Couldn't, which I think is my speciality. I'm very good at it. It's
Yeah.
what I do.
I would agree with
I should have a master's degree in ignoring red flags.
Maybe true.
But honestly, even today, I've ignored several.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on
Do
that?
I
Or
wanna
maybe
elaborate?
do you want to touch on that now or not?
Maybe we'll touch on it in a little bit.
Okay.
I think people will be quaking in the boots a little bit right now, seeing me on it. So, yeah, I think it's slightly concerning. What I want to frame it before we start ranting about our dating lives, my dating life in particular, we're not here to slate men.
We're not. No.
And I actually love men, hence why I'm here. Because I've got so many stories. We'll caveat that and say sometimes I'm the problem.
Yeah, I think, no, we'll touch on that as to whether you are the problem or maybe other people are the problem, that maybe you actually don't help the problem.
No, I enable the problem for years and years and years
Mm.
and then wonder why my life is a fucking shit show.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, we're
It's
not doing
not.
that.
My life's not a shit show. But why did I actually start the podcast? Relatable. It's relatable. Every girl that listens to this, and guy, probably not so much, but every girl that listens to this will be like, yeah, she gets it.
And they get it.
They get it.
Yeah.
We hope. And I just think, yeah, I've got stuff that needs to be said.
People need to listen and they can then relate. Let's go from there.
Let's go from there.
Okay.
One of the prompts that I wrote down about this week is, how many red flags have we ignored this week?
Okay, Chloe.
How many red flags have I ignored this week? Oh, so many. Like every single day this week, I've woken up and ignored red flags. And then wondered why it bit me on the arse. So I would say probably the same red flag repeatedly is what I've ignored this week and the week before. And probably for the last 3 to 4 years.
Okay. So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Nitty gritty.
Okay. So you've done that.
I've done
and
that.
then how are you feeling now about it then? What are you going to do about it?
Well-
Are you going to react? Are you going to change? Or...
Well, I think part of the problem is I ignore the red flags and then continue to do that and never actually do anything about it. Like, what would you define? I think everyone has a different definition of a red flag. Everybody thinks, and there's this like thing about dating at the moment, and it's something I've noticed with being single like in the last year or so, is dating is really weird right now. Everyone's maybe it's just because we're a little bit older now. For reference, I'm 31. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting to be over 30. But kind of fun.
Yes, kind of dirty 30s. Absolutely.
30s.
Down for that.
Sorry, Dad. But I think there is this weird thing in dating at the moment where everyone goes on about red flags. Everyone's like, oh, that's a red flag, that's a red flag. And then you sit there and you think, well, if everything's a red flag, what do I ignore? What do I put up with? What's the level of acceptance of red flags in this day and age? Because I genuinely, even I'm very confused at this point as to, like my mum always says to me, wise, she's very wise.
Yeah.
She'll say to me, you just need to find someone that you can kind of put up with the shit.
No. Look, I love you, Mum. Okay. I love you, Mum. But I'm not really about that comment because I don't think we should put up and show at all.
No.
I think, look, you find boundaries.
Yeah.
And you find like, right, he's going to do this. I'm going to do that. Let's find a middle ground. Okay.
Right.
And that's equally where you're finding red flags before you've even got into a relationship. right? But before that, right, then you should start seeing, like, how much can I put up with and shut up with? Because there's some shit that, like, maybe, apologies, podcast for swearing. 4 minutes. Over 18s only here. But I think you need to look at, like, when you've seen them before it even enters a potential relationship, then that's where you need to go, right. That's kind of like on the cusp. That's a bit too far. And that I can just absolutely deal with. Like, that is not a problem. But you're not finding the balance.
No.
You're not. So, like, you're just being like, oh, I really, really like this person. But how much you're going to put up with before actually turning around in the mirror and going, right, I'm worth on this.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So, on that note, what is your, if you had to define a red flag, I'll tell you mine. So mine is something, if we're going all psychology, which my sister will be pissed off I've just done that because she's a psychology graduate. But for me, it's something that you see as a little niggle at the start of a relationship that says something like can't communicate. Classic.
I think,
Emotional immaturity.
yeah.
Classic. All of those kind of things that you think at the start, you're like, I can deal with that. Set off a little alarm bell, but you're like, I can deal with that. That's fine. And then 6 months down the line, you emotionally drained and you're like, why did I ever put up with that in the first place? That's for me.
Okay. So, like, my answer to that is when you start dating someone, you're infatuated.
Yeah, of course.
Because you're obsessed
Yeah.
with the situation. And that is how you should be. Maybe not as a male, but as a female. Like, you want this to work. And whether it's for the short term or the long term, you want to live for every day.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, every day is a good day. And we've committed and we've gone longer and longer and we've, like, committed to different things and we started growing together. Okay. So this is really good. But those niggles at the start, you should
Yeah.
highlight them and be like, no, like, I'm not really down for that. But at the start, you're obsessed. You're infatuated.
Yeah, of course you are.
Because you want it to work. And that's what women do. We want it to work.
Yeah.
How can you invest in a situation where you don't believe that it's going to be long term? Because irrelevant of the fact that if it is or isn't a long term, it needs to be believed in your head that it is a long term. And if you don't believe in that, then what's the bloody point?
Well, this is it. And I think this is what I found, like, over the last year. People are very good at the beginning.
Selling the dream.
They sell the dream.
Absolutely.
I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it. I'm like throwing dollars in. I'm like, yeah, listen.
Put it in their hands.
I am.
Literally.
Because I think you have that thing of, obviously that's what everybody in the world wants, is someone to have a life with, right? So if people are out here selling the dream and like, listen, this is a not all men situation. I hate that phrase, it's disgusting. But it is a not all men situation. There's I am blessed in my life with some wonderful men.
Yeah.
I have amazing friends that are men, great men, very, very lovely people, and are definitely not doing that.
But unfortunately,
But
men
why
sometimes
not?
let them down.
But it's only the men that date me. Why is it only the men that date me? Shall we talk about
Yeah.
red flags that we've excused? Because I am the queen of this and I do it all the time. Obviously, we're not name dropping on the pod because that'd be defamation
big
suit, and we don't want to do that. So I'm sure that like men that I've dated are literally sat there going, "Oh my god, like she's going to slag me up on the pod." I'm not. I wish you well.
I won't allow.
I wish you all the love and happiness.
Yeah, we don't have any vengeance there. So stop.
They're massive red flags that I've excused over the years. There's some big ones that I've been like, yeah, do you know what? Like, maybe when I was younger and I had like a little bit less life experience, I would literally like, and this is where I think I sometimes am the problem, and I'm like fully here. Like, I hold myself very self-aware, sometimes too self-aware, but I will hold myself accountable for my own shit. So like, I know when I'm the problem. So this is an example of someone having a red flag and showing me the red flag, like literally getting a red flag and waving it in my face, basically slapping me around the face with a big red flag, and me being like, but it's all right because I can change them. Girl,
Okay. You can't change.
The frontal lobe's fully developed. Like, we're not changing anyone. So like being with someone and so this, me trying not to make this very specific because I think it's very obvious I'm talking about it. So not
Okay.
too deep. So anyway, seeing somebody.
Okay.
We were very close, obviously. It had been going on for quite a long time. And I'm thinking, this is like going somewhere. It's pretty solid. Like, I'm having a good time. I really like him. Blah blah blah. All the stuff that you think when you're
You
like
want
you're
and need,
delusional.
yeah. We're not delusional. Come on, let's stop that. You're not delusional.
So all the things that you think, yes, I this is good and I like this guy and everything's going really well. He's like, well, I find out that he's like messaging other women. So obviously I kick off. Like, not bad. I'm just like, really? Like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, and this is something like it does happen to me quite a lot actually. And I understand, look, if you're not with someone officially and they're doing that, do you have the right to kick off? It's debatable. But if they're making you feel like a certain way and they're doing that, like that's the kind of red flag we should be going, oh, hang on, no, I'm not putting up with that. But what I do or have done in the past is be like, oh no, it's fine. Like, and I'll get mad for like a day and then they'll come back and apologize because that's what they do, isn't it? And I'll go, okay, just don't do it again. But I think, and we talked about the weight loss and all that stuff, maybe that is like very much me allowing things to slide because I'm still in that mindset of like, I'm bigger, therefore, and that shouldn't be how it is, but that,
No, it
obviously
shouldn't.
I have a lot more to offer than just the way I look. Like, but I'm still in that mindset of, oh, well, I'm bigger, therefore, like, this man's in my head, like, amazing. Like, I'm never gonna be able to get someone like this. So, like, I'll let it slide. But that's when immediately the respect here is gone. Like they did then therefore move forward. Oh, it's all right, I can do it again because she'll just let it slide.
So I think if we're going to go back to a previous point there, it's you not setting the standards that you want from the start.
Yeah.
And I think you're going, right, getting all this attention and now like I'm kind of used to it now. And that's amazing. But you're not actually setting the bar up to where you've gone from like what you felt was there to up here. And now you're absolutely smashing life. Like you're doing really well, business, socially, personally, everything. But you're not identifying when these people come into your life. What do you expect from them? So maybe that's a red flag from you, actually. No, but do you know what? Maybe it is because you're
No, it is.
you're going right. I'm here for you. I'm open. I'm ready. But no, actually, no. You're open because you love the attention. You deserve that attention. But I don't mean it as in like you're a fiend of the attention, but you deserve that because you worked very hard. But equally, this standard comes with this. Like you should be able to say, right, I'm a top girl. I'm a 10, right? Match my, literally
Yeah.
match what I need,
Yeah.
match my energy. Like, okay, so if you want to be up here with the tens, be a fucking 10.
Yeah.
So aside from being like rude about people like that, they need to match your energy, okay?
Yeah.
And they need to be coming up to your level. And you like, to be honest, the
Sometimes,
people,
I have this thing where I'm like, I'm not I'm very confident and very gobby of whatever, and I'll say what's ever.
you know,
No, but I say what's on my mind. I don't let people talk to
walk
me
all
like
over
no.
it.
And I'm like, if you've done something, I'm gonna say it. Like I'm like, "Mm, that's a bit shit from you. Like that's a bit fucking shit. Because I go through life with this mantra of you treat people how you want to be treated. And I think that actually does me a disservice in like the stages of early dating. Like early dating is really like a massive game that
It is a game.
I'm
Correct.
not very good at playing because I'm very much like,
You're in it.
well, yeah, but I'm just
You're
straightforward.
invested. Yeah.
So like I don't understand what all this like fucking, oh well, you've got to not text them back for 24 hours. What why? Like what the fuck are you talking
But
about?
I the laziness of gameplay in that. And that's like, to be honest, babe, we're too old for that.
Yeah, like
We're
I'm
only 31,
31.
okay?
Like I'm
We're on. We're 30. Right? But
we're
like,
definitely 31.
we are too old for that nonsense. That's just gameplay. That's maybe why I date older men.
This is
Okay.
a topic, isn't it? this is a topic. One for another day.
Yes, correct. But I think you need to, if we're talking about red flags, you need to set the standard of where you want it to be. It doesn't need to be up here.
No.
It needs to be like, right, I would expect a reply. I would expect someone who I'm dating to be texting me every morning and every night. If you've got an interim because you've got a work life, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But check in the morning, hi baby, all right, have a good day. Check in the night, good night. And then you might see each other on that night or a couple of nights a week, every night, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But the standard needs to be set by you.
So I'm going to write that. I'm going to read out actually.
Yeah, please.
So this is a segment. I feel like I need like a segment intro, bit of music or something. Like, so we do a little like blind date or something like that. Like I'll just come out of a smoke screen. So the segment is red flag or no, and I'm going to read out some of these because
Okay.
these are actually things that I've experienced, and I've only got. Well, I mean, the list is endless. It could be anyway, but I've written down 7, and we're gonna talk through these because I think this is something I think every woman listening to this podcast will have experienced at some point in their life, without a shadow of a doubt. Like I've done my research here. I've spoken to my mates. They've all been like,
I'm a mate.
yeah,
I'm a mate.
the perfect, but they love it. She's my friend. But
Fine, I'm your best friend.
but that is me. So this is a list you read down.
Okay.
Number 1, checking the phone constantly when they're with you. Is that a red flag or not?
Red. Rude. Ignorant. Not okay. When you're with me, you're fucking with me.
Yeah, this is
Right.
it.
This is me. Like, for me personally, right, I'm with you. You're my girl, right? Forget I'm not my fella, right? I'm with you. I don't need to check my phone unless my mum's calling. When my mum's calling, it might be something,
Yeah.
might hit something different, okay?
Yeah.
That's fine. If mum's calling, otherwise, if I see someone else, I'm like, okay, I can call back later. Checking your phone when you're with someone, absolute no. Why?
What about
Who are you investing in that?
what? Well,
Not about that.
this is it. So what about
Okay.
you're out for dinner? Because this is actually also something that happens to me.
Go on.
You're out for dinner.
What?
Table.
Phone
I
should
think
be on the table.
I've always got so much to say as well. I'm like, I mean, you can't even give me the excuse that you're bored. You can't, because I'll find something to talk about. I could talk to a fucking door frame.
So,
Do you know what I mean? I could literally sit there and have a full-blown conversation with myself and be like,
what you said, Poppy, like, you're a comedian. I love
I'm
it.
not big-headed. I'm not big-headed, I promise.
Right, so tell me.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, so on my phone's over there, I can't even do it. So I'll use yours for an example. So this is
Okay.
it, right? He's sat opposite somebody. Pretend I'm him.
Right. I'm ready.
Phone's there. And I'm like, sorry, am I fucking boring you?
Who has done
No,
that?
no, we're not naming
No,
names.
we can't.
I'd have to like get like a bleeper tool and be like,
Oh my,
Just-
no. The phone is not at the table during dinner.
even after.
Oh
We'll
my
go on
God.
to this. I've got another one related.
Okay, so no, the phones are not out. Like with my fella, like, well, he's not a mad phone fanatic at all, but so it's actually easy for him. But if he pulled his phone out, it's only for a relevant reason. If irrelevant of who he is right now, my previous,
I feel like these are all you're just gonna be like, yeah, red flag, red flag.
we'll see if we can allow it. I don't know.
You're not gonna allow. I'm looking at
These
it.
are serious red flags.
We will talk about green flags later on.
Green flag. Okay.
Green flag, like they're a thing.
Green. I thought you said dream.
No, like well,
We could go about
we
dream
could
flags.
go for dream
This
flags.
is the next one. Okay. All right, let's talk.
All right,
about
next one. Slags their ex off to you.
It's an absolute no from me. Why are you talking about your ex to me?
No. I don't mind.
Yeah.
You really don't like that, do you? No, see, I don't mind because I'm trying to like say because I'm dating to marry somebody, right? I'm not fucking like I want to know what's happened to you. I want to know why you are the way you are, like why you have those red flags. I want to know. And if you tell me in full confidence, like the story, like it will one, make me respect you more, and as long as you're not slagging them off. And two,
It doesn't matter if they're slagging them off, but it's if you're saying like on repeat,
oh
like
yeah, like
from the
constant.
start, like if you say, right, okay, I'm just gonna like I actually would respect that. Like give it me large from the start.
Yeah,
Like, okay, right, I've been shafted with my
yeah.
last situation and this is maybe how it's damaged me a little bit. I really don't believe that you should go into a relationship damage because I feel like that's unfair on the other
Oh,
person.
100%.
Like if you're like, oh, my ex cheated on me, yeah, okay, right. You need to take time to get over that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a you thing, and that's shit. That's happened to you. But equally, don't bring it to my table
No,
because that's not fair. Because you are literally starting on the back foot.
yeah, for sure. But it's like,
So,
so slagging the rights off, I think if you're having a very upfront conversation about why they are the way they are, because like, I mean, I could go on forever about why I am the way I am.
but then you've got to equally leave that at the
Yeah,
door,
and I do, and
right?
I'm very much like, "Do you know what? That
Yeah,
happened to me. Yeah,
the shit. It was more than shit, but yeah,
but I live to tell the tale."
yes, correct.
And
Right, okay. So plugging the off, okay, let's go back to the point in hand. I think there's a time and a place.
oh, yeah, for sure.
I think maybe at the start, if you're going to explain maybe the way that you're behaving or the way that you may behave, that's okay. If you start bringing your ex up into new conversations and continuous relationships with yourself, then no. Like it's like why are you talking about why are you thinking about her or him or whatever, whoever.
Yeah,
But why are you still talking about it? Leave that shit at the door.
yeah, like, we know
Like I'm
about it now,
good.
we're
Yeah,
good.
we're good,
So
we're sound.
I think there's, like, 2 sides, isn't there? There's, like, if you're doing it to explain why you're
Mm.
feeling a certain way or whatever because, "Oh, well, someone did this to me, therefore," but it's also, like, don't fucking victim mentality yourself either. Like, everybody in the whole world has got shitty exes. Like,
Of
we've all
course.
got
And
shitty
we've
exes.
been shitty exes,
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
know.
as hell. We've been those people.
I
People are hating
I'm
us right now.
honestly, imagine, right, like, "Do you know what I'm gonna do? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sell
Don't
back
talk about you all,
in."
but actually, I was the shit house.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, I've been a shit house.
Yeah,
I fully have been.
we've
Even when
all,
I was younger.
yeah, younger. That's the thing. We're older and
Yeah, yeah,
wiser
yeah.
now. Okay, Sophia means wisdom.
Does it?
Means wisdom.
You are wise.
Yes.
You are wise.
Same.
I don't know what my name means. I'm sure my mum will tell you.
We'll look into it, but it'll
Pain
mean.
in the ass.
Yeah, I actually heard that. But okay, so I think to like analyze that one and put that one to bed is maybe you can bring it up at the start, but like if it's going through the relationship, no, it's just rude. Like because you, as if your new partner wants to listen to that. Like I don't want to hear that person's name on repeat. You're starting a new venture.
Venture, a little like a business deal.
Correct.
But it is like
In a way.
right.
Next.
There you go.
Tell
Next.
me. Hit me up.
I did get some of these from some of my friends. So this is another one. I I've experienced it, but I know that a few of my friends have also experienced it. So obviously we're at the grand old age of 31. And
Next year.
no, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? What's happening now is this is where I feel like I've got to at the age of 31, and this is my view on where I'm at. So either you have to accept that someone that you dating's either been married before or has had like a long term relationship,
All right. Or maybe kids.
or maybe kids, which is fine, whatever. But
Don't direct that at me.
no,
That's not what I was saying. I'm just trying to cover all bases here. I'm sorry.
so you have to accept that that's like a thing, and like fine, whatever. Everyone has a history, and like I'm sure. I mean, mine is terrific, but there we go. So you meet somebody, and you're like, "Oh, this is all good." Then you find out they still live with their ex. Is that a red flag or not? And I know it's probably dependent on the circumstances.
Right. I'm a bit, well, I don't know. I'm flabbergasted by that.
This has actually happened to me, and it was one of those situations where like you don't actually find out about it until like later on. So you've been on like a few dates and stuff, like you've got a good crack, whatever, it's all going well, and then you find out about it like later down the line.
Okay. Right. Okay. I just need to compose myself. No, that's not cool. Like at all.
So it's a massive
Look,
red flag.
I would say that's a full on red. Like, how have you found out later down the line they still live with their ex? Like, surely you just start up with, look, we're not dating anymore, we're not together, but I'm still in a transition of like getting my own home. So
Yeah.
what's that about? Like, I mean, maybe on the next pod, like I will say about an experience that I had, which is yeah,
Pod.
it's a bit. I wouldn't say saucy. It was like literally like Hiroshima just hit. But yeah, it was wild, but it was a good time. Like I was like, but no, I think you should be aware of that from the start.
Right.
So I think no, why would you not know that from the start? Like, oh look, I'm out there dating, but I'm still currently in the family home or my partnership
Also, I do think
home.
that's quite weird. Though.
You should say that from the start.
You
'Cause
just
then,
or just like wait till you've moved out, you fucking loser. What you doing?
yeah, and also where are you shagging? Where are you? Like, what? You get to hotel? Sorry, pot.
We're not
Where
sorry
are
though. We're actually
you?
not sorry.
Where are you? Like, where are you doing the rest?
That is actually fair. Well,
Like,
to be fair, like, I live with mum and dad right now, so I'm
yeah, so that
having a real bad time.
yeah, but that's just an interim, okay? But like, where, like, if this
Yeah,
person's
but
not
they're
let
obviously
on,
thinking like they're coming to yours.
but what if
Thinking,
yours is not yours? What if you like live still with your parents? Correct, the
here I am.
situation, okay? So I think that's a no from me. That's a red.
All of these are going to be reds. This one is this one has also happened to me. So this might be a man thing. I
Why
don't
is
fucking
everything
know.
happening to
There is not one thing that has not happened to me. I think that is the key takeaway. Like this is why I've got 20 episodes lined up because there is not one single thing that I can't relate to.
I'm sure I can throw a few out there, but
This is a good one though. This actually made me laugh because one of my friends sent it to me and it did make me giggle. So you
okay.
go to a guy's house.
You go to a guy's
Right,
house.
so you maybe you've been seeing him for a while because we're not slaggy on the first date.
No, for sure. Hold your decorum.
Told you.
Absolutely.
Hold yourself together
Yeah,
for the first
we
date.
are not basic creatures here. No.
No, he goes to his bedroom and there's a sword on the wall.
No, no, no. I'm done. No, no.
Oh
What are they going to do to you?
well, but why have you
No,
even got that?
no.
Like, what are you doing with that? Like, what is it decorative? Ew. And if it is, ew. Is it decorative? Red flag. Because where's your interior design taste? And if it's not
I feel
decorative,
sick.
can you imagine? Like, and we're going to talk about. So next week we're going to talk about icks because I love talking about icks. Like, it's the funniest thing in the world to me. Like, how much stuff gives everybody the
And
ick.
I don't think the guys realize how much gives us icks.
No,
And I think because for them, very basic shit gives them icks. Like, oh, texting
communicating.
me too much. Oh,
Communicating.
yeah,
Basic shit
literally.
gives them the ick. I
Yeah. Oh,
liking them, communicating,
yeah.
being normal.
So bang average. Whereas for
Once in a
us, it's
relationship.
like, oh, I've gone into your house, seen a sword. Oh, you psycho.
So that's also a red.
So yeah, no, I actually saw that with one of my friends, and he was like into, the whole Viking shit, and
No, it's really- I'm a history geek. I love the Vikings.
I'm not down.
I love the Like,
That's
listen,
great,
you
but
take me
like, I
to
don't need a
Iceland.
sword on the
See,
wall.
this is what I mean. I'm easily pleased. Take me to fucking Jorvik. I'll sit on that little rat. You know about the Viking Museum? I fucking love it.
Send help, guys.
Me realizing why I'm single.
No, but a sword on the wall, no, because then I feel like if you're gonna go, if you've not scoped them out yet, are they a bit psycho or not?
Are they going to murder me with said sword?
Correct. And then they're gonna get away with it because it's still on the wall.
Yeah. And even then, ends them it. Right. This one is, well, you're going to know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Doesn't reply,
Okay.
but is always
Online.
online. When you're with them, they're on the phone.
Rude.
Red flag, innit?
Rude.
This is the kind of red flag that I ignore. So I'm like, oh,
Why would you ignore that?
exactly.
I would literally, like, imagine, take my phone, right? I'd literally be like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'd snap it off, yeah. Literally. I'd be like, nah, what the fuck are you doing? This is me. I apologize for the language. I would literally
No, I really
snatch. I'd be like, no. Like,
So-
I only allow relevant calls, and my partner equally allows relevant calls if it's their family on my family, that's important. They're on your emergency contact list. That's
Mhm.
fine. Okay. So if your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother is calling, there's a reason why they're
Yeah, of
calling.
course.
Because otherwise they know you're out. And if they
Exactly.
don't know you're out, then you just go, oh, babe, I'm out. Right. But otherwise, you're calling, shit, it might be a reason. Why are you sitting there like
I don't even
with
mind. Do you know what? I actually don't mind people like.
no,
I don't.
no?
I think what it is though is like the whole point of you don't reply, but then you literally will like sit in front of me and be on your phone.
It's rude, babe. Like it's first class, it's just rude. It's ignorant, it's
I
rude.
understand like people being busy, and I'm very like I'm all I can't. For me, like it's a bit of a weird one this because I'm always on my phone, always on my
Because you're
phone.
connected and you're so tenacious and you do so much stuff with work and you've got all these different ventures going on. That's like you're just keeping on top of life shit. That's amazing.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like I do doom scroll a lot.
Yeah, that's fine. But then that keeps you connected with the world and like what's going on. Maybe a bit too much, maybe. Whenever you've been with me, like you're not sat there on your phone.
Yeah,
If you were, I'd be like, babe, what are you doing, babe? Why am I here?
yeah.
But you're not.
So this is it. So like I'm on my phone quite a lot because like I'm at home. I work from home. I'm at home all the time. So my contact, it's not like I'm like going into an office and like I'm sitting with people all day and I'm like jibber jabbering and then I come home and I'm like, oh my God, I just need some like quiet time. I'm at home 90% of the time. And yes, I do go out like occasionally and like, I'll obviously see my friends and stuff like on the weekends and that. But like Monday to Friday, I'll be sat there literally like I get in bed at like 8 p.m. So like for like anyone thinking that I'm like some sort of dating fiend and I'm out fucking pissing about, listen,
Shit. Trust me.
I'm
She's got me
actually
now. She's dating me.
honestly though, I'm like an old woman. Like I'll get in bed at like 8:30.
I know.
I have my little
I
mint
know.
tea. You know, sometimes I go out on the weekend and I'm a bit silly. Aren't we all? I do silly things,
Oh,
as we know.
God forbid you're 31 and you go out on a weekend and
But
enjoy yourself.
so
God, you're
I'm always on my phone.
blessed.
So I understand like people have like different lives and stuff like that. So some people are not like that. Some people are just very like disconnected and disconnected. So people are disconnected. People like don't want to sit on the phone and they don't want to doom scroll and blah blah blah. What I don't like is people that use that as an excuse. Like, oh, I'm just really shut on my phone. That's a red flag. That's bad.
But what was the original point here?
The point was, doesn't reply, but he's always on the phone when you win.
Yeah, okay. So the original point there is no, that's rude. That's very rude for anyone. Like,
Yeah, and that's
I've
obviously
been,
going to make you feel like you're not a priority. Because, like, if you can sit there, like, you sat there and like they like texting more, and I'm like, and this is not even to like any specific person. Like that has happened to me with like numerous people. Like, and I'm like, this is what I mean about it all being a game there, because it's all like very like game playing, and I just think, this is just fucking boring.
you feel like, have you called them out on that? Like, if they do that in front of you, like I would with my partner, like, I'm like, what are you doing?
But if you're just seeing someone, how can like where?
No, no, no.
No, but that.
That's just like a, what are you doing? What is this? I literally have said before, I've said, did somebody die? I'm like, did they die? Like, why are you sat there at dinner with me? Especially if we're in a nice restaurant or a rooftop bar.
Oh,
Yeah, 100. Look, babe, I'm a 10. I'm going to roll with that. I only expect 10 vibes. But like, you're sat there and you're going to go like that. I'm going to go, did somebody die?
yeah, I think that's fair.
Like, hangover. Did you die? Did you? So no, like that's not okay. So you need to call them out on that is what I would say on a red flag 100%, but also start as you mean to go on 100. Like you do that on the first day. Firstly, I'd be like, nah, see ya,
Yeah.
done. And then you continue to do that or you do that later down the line. I'll call you out on it first time. I'll give you one chance, okay? And
Yeah.
I'm going to say, that's not okay. And then if you do it again, then we've got a problem. And then at that point, you shouldn't be that emotionally invested.
No,
Where you can just be like, nah, see, I'm done with that.
no,
Okay?
we're back. We're
Back in
back with
business.
the segment red flag or nah. So we talked about not replying, but always on your phone when you're with them. Don't like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Basically, all of these, I knew they were red flags when I was writing them. So this is
You're
this
just
is a
asking
massive
for
one for me.
confirmation. Okay, right, give me the big one. Okay.
Because I'm very much like I'll never look through your phone
No.
unless you've made me so insecure
Yeah,
that
but
I
then
think that, and then you think, "Well, why are we even doing this in the first
yeah,
place?"
you're wrong if you're doing that anyway. Like, if you need to look through their phone, that's not okay.
No.
It's just not necessary. If you even feel that urge, and even if you went and found nothing, then maybe you've just gone, right, I'll flatline that. Sorry, I'm in the wrong,
Yes,
right? But then if you find something, you need to.
exactly.
Good night, Vienna.
So, the only time I've ever looked through some do you know what? Like, I'll fully own this, right?
Hmm.
I have in the past looked through people's phones. People that I've been in a relationship with, not people that I've been like dating or whatever, none of that, because I'm not a fucking psychopath. But when someone has made you, because I'm very like emotionally intelligent, not in a twatty way, but I just am like, I pick up on people's emotions, and like my intuition is intuitioning all the fucking time. Like, it's actually quite annoying. Sometimes I wish I could just go through life and be an unbothered person. Like sometimes I look at people and I think, how are you so unbothered? Like, how are you just like moving through life and that's how you're choosing to move? Like, I just think it's fucking mad. I'm like, you have no emotional awareness. You're doing things, and I'm like, you're not even thinking about the way that you're behaving and how that's impacting people around you.
Are you talking about men right now, or are you talking
I
about
don't
women
know.
equally?
Well, I'm not sure because I think I
I think you're talking about men.
I am, yeah, and I don't want to slag them off.
No, it's fine,
I
but like,
don't want to
I
because I
think
actually, like I said, there's some lovely men in the world, like
that's
genuinely
there is.
lovely, lovely men. Like
Yeah.
people like some of my mates. I think, God, you're just so nice.
But equally, I think like what we should touch on, but we should go back to what you said, is like some women can be nasty girls as
Oh
well.
my God, yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus
And
Christ.
they just move in different circles. And actually, all they're doing is screwing over other women, which I'm not like
Gross.
girls, girl, and all that comment. I don't really believe in that. I think like if you actually have a heart as a woman, which most of us do, because we
Mhm.
have maternal instincts, irrelevant as to whether you end up
Movers.
having a baby or
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
you do have that motherly figure, and like female looks after a man. And if you start losing that, then you might as well just be one of the men, like just
Well,
screwing you over.
so like when I'm saying I'm looking at how people are moving and thinking, God, you move mad, and I don't know if this is just like dating, and I'm because I'm not very good at being detached. So I think that's like it's like an art form as a woman is to be detached. So like when you first start dating someone, like I will get feelings like really quickly. Maybe that's one of my red flags. I'm very, like,
Mm.
listen, I'll slag myself off all day long, but I get feelings very, very quickly. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because I've got a lot of love to give and all of that.
No,
What an ick.
don't.
That was
Like, oh my God.
disgusting.
No, don't stop it.
That was
No, that
absolutely
wasn't
disgusting.
disgusting. No, but that's like, that's you. Do you know what? Like, you we're not going to mention names, okay?
No.
Right. But you've got a lot to give,
Mhm.
right? And I think you give it a bit too soon. But then that equally plays into are you game playing like, oh, I shouldn't let
Yeah.
myself give too much. If you fancy someone, if you feel feels, like absolutely go there, do it. I don't give a shit. Like personally, I
Mm.
literally no F's given. Like I don't care. If
No.
I like you and I'm here for the long game because I'm here for a good time, not a long time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And if we get to a long time, fantastic. If we don't, I've done it right. So if I like someone, I will tell you whether it's day one or 7 weeks online or 4 months online, I'll
Mm.
tell you.
Yeah.
And if you can't react accordingly to that, then you're not for me. And
No.
then it's done. Make sure to make to me, like I've just said that, like, oh, 7 months online. I wouldn't let it get to that. I wouldn't even let it
Yeah,
get
but
to like a
that's
month
where
down the
you're
line.
very good at, because I think like me and you are very like different in that aspect, because I think if someone does something that you don't like, or like you spot a red flag, as we call like
Mhm.
red flag, okay. So you like you're dating somebody. Obviously, I know that you're actually with somebody. Caveat. But hypothetically, you're dating somebody. They do something that you don't like. Where I would be like, oh, I don't like that, but I'll let them talk me round because don't know what that says about me. But sometimes I do let people talk me around, and I'll be like, oh yeah, do you know what? I'll give you another chance. I'll give you another chance. I'll give you another chance. And then that's when their respect starts going, oh, actually, she's fucking walk over. for
it's
that.
a borderline between, like, when I was speaking to my partner about your situation today,
Mm.
like, it's a borderline situation of, are you being a mug or are you just
Being kind.
yeah, but then kind is mistaken for being muggy.
This is
And
it.
then it's like, "Oh, well, yeah, she'll always be there." Well, no, that's not
No.
okay.
I
Like,
think this is where, like, men actually get me twisted because I probably do come across like I can be, like, a bit of a mug, but actually it genuinely is because I will always, always, without fail, see the best in somebody. Like, I will,
yeah,
like, look for the
and
best in somebody. So
they
even if they're treating me like a twat, which seems to be happening on the fucking reg at the moment, but even if they're treating me like an absolute knob, I will look for a, "Oh, well, maybe they're doing it because of this, or maybe I'm
you'll
taking
find
it
the
the wrong."
light,
Always.
okay?
I don't think that's a bad.
No, correct, but there's a fine line, okay? The fine line is, right, don't be a mug, but don't get over angst about, "Oh, I'm a mug," like, da, da, da. Like, no, we don't need to be like that. Be like, "Right, okay, I draw the lines." Draw the lines, not before you start, because when you enter something, it needs to be, like, organic and, like, let's see how it goes. Let's identify who we are as people and how we go
Yeah,
forward,
for sure.
okay? But then equally, when something's starting to flag up, in my opinion, kind of, like, highlight it. You don't need to go, "Right, I'm not having that." You just need to be like, "Right, okay, that part's not for me." And then this
But
part
you say that to them. Like, if it was you, would you say that to somebody? So say you're, like, 6 weeks in, whatever, like, or you've been talking to somebody for a month or whatever, and you've gone on a few dates and you do get on, but you've seen something that,
I'd say, like, at that point, if you're at, like, a month, 6 weeks, I'd say,
do you
"I don't really
flag it?
like this," because if you're going into a relationship, whether it's a relationship or not, whether you when you're dating someone and you're seeing them on repeat as to what you know the future is, you've got to see a future, whether that's the next day, the next month, the next year,
Mm,
okay? And some people get a bit doolally tap in the head and they're like, "Okay, I want a marriage out of this, I want this."
that's
No.
insane.
No, exactly. But that's not what we're doing, okay? Something starts niggling you at the start, say it before it's a problem. Okay?
Yeah,
Before, don't let it become a problem. Okay?
no,
So then, yes,
but I
you
think
do
you're very good at that. Like, you're very good at, like, you can foresee how, like, that will be an issue later down the line.
correct, and don't let it become an issue. Identify the problem before it's a problem.
Right. So I'll identify the problem and then not say anything because
Mm,
somehow I think it's like I'm like, I don't want to say it because I'm like, oh, what if they think that, like, I'm being crazy? And I'm like, I'm actually probably
but
the
you're
least.
thinking way too much about them. You.
This is it. So, like, I am completely insane. Like, anyone that
No,
knows
you're
me,
not.
not like in a psychotic way, in like a, I don't even know how to describe. Like, anyone that knows me will back me up on this. Like, if you
Just
could,
help this girl.
she needs help.
She needs
If you could, if anyone, you asked anyone about me, they would probably be like, "Oh yeah, like, she's fun and she's bubbly and she's," and I am a bit mental, like, not in a bad way, and I never mean it in a bad way, but I am a bit like a bit crazy. Like, I'll go off and do, like, here we are. I decided 6 months ago I was going to do a podcast,
I know it here.
and now here we are doing it. So, like, it's one of them. I don't think when I'm with someone, I'm like the kindest, most loving.
Got a lot to give, babe, okay? But you don't listen to other people's advice or even your own advice sometimes. Like, it literally don't.
Yeah.
Like, and you know
Mm.
that what people are saying to you is right,
Yeah.
but you just
I'll
defy it.
mm,
You
very
defy.
stubborn.
Yes, correct. And that's not a good trait. That's a red flag, okay?
Right.
That's a red
So
flag.
what we've come to conclusion this episode is that
She's got
I've
some red
got
flags
so
herself.
many red. Oh,
No, you haven't.
I haven't.
No.
I'm quite
But
lucky.
that's a red flag from you.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
stubborn.
Very
Stubborn is not
stubborn.
good because what's the point in being stubborn? Okay, like where does it get you?
But then I think
So do
sometimes,
you
but then it's
feel
like,
back?
but then I also don't want to be a walkover. So I'm like, where's the line? Where's the
No,
line? But then
babe, you.
I'm stubborn and a walkover. That's the end of my little red flag on nah segment. But
Okay.
I have got another segment that I want to.
Telling me this before she's telling you, so I don't know what I'm
Listen,
gonna
it's just coming
like.
into my mind as we're going along.
Mm,
And this is probably speaking from a lot of horrifically lived experience because, as I said at the top of the podcast, I have not had a good time with dating. And I'm sure there's probably every woman on the planet can literally sit there and go, I've also not had a good time. That's fine. Like, we're all in the same boat. Like, it's a big fucking boat. There's fucking thousands of us in it. Hundreds of thousands and millions of women all sat in this boat going, what the fuck has just happened to me? Like, what is actually happening? And what the hell? Like, because I do that I wake up every single day and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
In what respect, though? But
Like, just
before we touch on that, like, what
just
do you
it,
mean?
like,
Do you mean with like men and
yeah, oh my god,
relationships?
yeah, like
Yeah,
every single
okay.
day. Not at myself. Like, I wake up every day and I'm like, fuck you know, gotta stop making these decisions.
But that's a you
No, no,
problem.
I know.
That is a you
But
problem.
I think like there's probably like millions of other women that have that same experience that are having that same experience of like, so what I we're gonna t- I'm gonna divert because I'm
Okay, yeah.
ADHD and we're going all over the shop. So I did actually write something down earlier, and it is about our dating style. So
Mm,
this for me is a really
talk to me.
this is like a
Let's
get
go.
to know us segment.
Okay.
The dating style. No, we're not talking about attachment style. We're not talking about fucking love languages and all that bollocks. Which, to be fair, I do actually. It's not bollocks, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah, not to there.
And I think this changes as you get older. So, like, I'm very much. I just want consistency, right? I'm not bothered about being attached to your hip and talking 24/7 and fucking. I don't want that because I've got a job. Like, I've got 2 dogs. I'm in the middle of buying a house. Like, I've got, like, my family, my friends. Like, I'm busy. Like, I am booked and busy.
Which is what we want to hear.
Always. Like, I am
Okay.
running around like a headless chicken.
That's how it should be.
For me, consistency is everything. I don't mind. And like, you can literally say, I'll see you here and I'll see you at this time. And that's it. And as long as you're not letting me down,
Which I was
fine.
late today, so I do
No, 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 I
apologise
don't. I don't mean
too.
like, listen, if someone that's not a man does it, I'm like, yeah, you're good, you're fine. If a man does it, I'm like,
Some sounds like a man hater right
I'm
now. We
not.
can't deal with it. He does.
But that's it for me. That's all I ask for. And I don't think that's like actually a lot to ask for.
No, I agree.
Like, just be consistent. That's my dating style. So I'm like, if you can like do something and then keep it up, like just don't set a standard that you can't maintain. Like that's all like I think for
Mm.
me, like that is my red flag. It's something we spoke about earlier, is that selling you the dream.
Yeah.
I'm very wary now of people that try and sell me the dream.
Just don't sell the dream from the start. Just
Just
let
don't.
it be like, I hate this word, organic. I hate
Mm.
it when people go, "Oh, it just needs to come in that way. It's
Mm.
organic." I'm like, oh, sod off. I'm like, I'm not interested in that comment. But it's true. It needs to be like true to form of like how you mean to go on.
It's like compatibility versus chemistry.
Correct. And you need to find that balance. So I think on that note, like, I think that you're overthinking things. And because,
Yeah. Story of my life.
well, yeah, okay, me too, babe. So we're okay.
Yeah.
But I think that I can't remember what the actual question is that you'd asked me on this one.
What's your dating style?
Dating style. Okay. So then you've not
Listen,
actually directly asked me, but you've said about.
what is Sophia? What is your dating style? Because I'm saying mine's
Okay.
consistent. Is that a dating style? I don't even know. That's what I want.
Mm,
That's what
that's-
I'm asking for. I don't think that's too much.
My dating style, okay. So you're gonna go back to me, right? Back to me is basically like make you feel good. Not $1,000,000. It
Mhm.
doesn't need to be like you're amazing, you're this, you're that, the other. Like I don't need to hear that shit. Like I know,
Someone said that's what I feel like.
yeah, we know we're good and you have self worth, but we're also strong, independent women,
Yeah.
and we actually know our worth without being like overconfident, going, oh, "I'm a 10 out of 10." No, like we don't need to do that. We're good girls.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
it.
sure.
And then they can appreciate and applaud that and then follow suit from the start. Like a nice date. It doesn't matter where it is, what it is.
Yeah.
Don't take me to Nando's because then literally you're dead for me, right? Okay. But take me in something nice. Like you maybe go for a drink, maybe I keep messing with the mic and I'm like,
Oh,
am I
no.
gonna intro
No,
like the voice? And then take you on whatever might suit fit. Like if you've got dogs like Chloe, because I would actually date Chloe if I was
Oh,
inclined 100%. It's my girl.
thanks.
So, but otherwise, how do you mean to go on is my
Mm.
approach to that. And then anything that flags up along the way, address it. Because I'm not being funny. We're not old. We're not getting any younger.
Honestly, my
No.
back is like constantly. I said the first thing I said to you, we went and lay down in my room before we did this, and like, I'm laid on my bed. I'm fucking feel about 97. It's bad, you know.
No, I know, I get it.
Not getting any younger.
No, but no, babe. No one is, okay? You have to start, you need to go on. Like, so that's my approach to that is literally have expectations. If they don't meet them, that's fine. We don't need to go dirty. We don't need to go savage.
Oh, God.
You don't need to do the dirty on them and be like, oh, you're an absolute shit house. No, like you just didn't cut the mustard. Mic drop.
Didn't cut the mustard.
Well, he just
gonna start saying that to me.
Yeah, you just don't cut the mustard, right? And if you don't cut the mustard, that's absolutely fine. But go on to another ketchup, bitch.
No!
We're like, we're not ketchup. We're Dijon.
That's right.
So,
If you were a sauce, like, you know, right, so I don't really like a sauce. I don't like any.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're an extra, so you're a caviar. So you're not a sauce, like you're a caviar.
oh,
If I was a
love that.
sauce, I would go truffle, maybe truffle mayo.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not a mayo girl, but like I feel like a truffle mayo is
Do you know what it is with mayo? It's bland.
No, we don't expect.
We're not.
Okay, so truffle mayo. Yeah, sorry, these is stories.
And I'm apparently caviar, which I don't think anybody
She's
said
never.
it me would agree with.
I would disagree. No, I didn't.
That's going to be like an Instagram reel.
Funny, okay. But also, I could tell you a story.
Oh, go on. Tell us a story.
Right.
Tell
so
us a story. I'll get comfy.
I have sex, and nobody who's watching this will know who they are and what they are. We're not here to slate specific people
Oh, God,
and
no.
name drop. That's not what we're doing. We're just here for the
If I
people.
wanted to do that, I'd have fucking done this a long time.
Yeah, we're just here for the people.
Yeah.
Right, and here for a good laugh. That's what we're about. But I had an ex. He's not from around here, so all of you people that are watching, literally, you're not going to know who they are. But he was a first-class psycho. So Chloe's literal like notes here is how you met. Okay, we knew of people from a long, long time ago, and then we came together. First red flag that I noticed, this is like I'm going off cue here, right? Is checking every single man in my phone. Who are they? What are they? How do you know them? Why are you contacting them? I was like, okay, I'm in sales, so I deal with a lot of men. It's a man's world, but I'm a woman making it. And it was a lot. Like, it was every single thing that I was doing was just like, that's too much. That's like, I don't want you to be in contact with them. So that was my first red flag. And then when I ignored it, I was like, I kind of love him.
This girl, she's like, she just sat on this fucker thing going, no, like, I call people out.
Yeah, but nobody knows, okay? Nobody knows what's going to. No, I don't.
I call people out.
Strong like down south, so no one will know, right? He then, so when you ignored it, I was like, okay, I'm infatuated. This is cute. I love him. And then it started getting a little bit
That's always an
on top. Okay. So then this might, maybe, I don't think so, but might highlight who the person is. But again,
So I'll edit it out.
yeah, so this person helped me move into my home and they wanted cameras installed into my home.
Inside?
Yes, for safety. I think they basically wanted cameras in my vagina. But this person was very untrustworthy.
Not editing that up.
But yeah, so this person was not very trustworthy. I think quite insecure, which made me realise don't deal with someone who's got insecurities already. Because then I can't deal with your problems before you've dealt with them.
Yeah.
The moment when it went wrong was I was coming back from somewhere and I said, I'm just going to have to stop off for a wee. And this person didn't believe I was stopping off for a wee. I think he thought I was at another man's house. He was quite nicked in the head, maybe. And I'd put all of his clothes in my closet, wardrobe. That morning, I got back to the house. He lived in, this is where I'm going to name drop here.
Okay.
He lived in Leicester.
Shit, so.
And yeah, absolutely. I don't mind you actually dropping this. It's fine. And Yeah, I got back and I'd done that morning. Olive's closing there. I was like, ready for the weekend. He lived in Leicester. I lived here. I was like, right, why is he not texting me? Like, nothing. So I was like, right, do you know what? In the little mardy girl, stupid girl, maybe. I was like, right, screw this. I'm taking his clothes out of the closet. And lo and behold, the clothes were gone, leaving in my gas within a 15-minute period. And he told me, oh, I'm not even on the way from Leicester. And he literally
Oh,
ransacked.
fucking surprise. Mr. I don't trust you isn't trustworthy.
So then the funny aftermath is this is actually Pete, right? You're gonna. So he went and he took all of his shit, not my shit. He took all of his shit. I was like, right, and I was hurt. And then I said, what about my key? Because he had a key to my house. And he was like, I'll post it. I said, what, you think you're posting my key with my, I'm not going to say my address
No,
right
don't,
now,
yeah, no.
but my address on the front of the paper and then a key inside of it. I said, you think you're posting my key? So he had to drive all the way back from Leicester.
Oh, so
2 days later. He
no,
was
I
like,
rate that from you.
yeah, he was like, I'll post it and I'll put it in like special delivery. And I was like, no, you're not posting a key to my house.
House.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Hi.
The person is just looking,
Yeah.
having a nap.
Postman, right, there's a key, there's a house number, get in. And I live on my own. Yeah. So I was like, no, absolutely not. I was like, you can fucking drive back from Leicester 2 days later and you can give me that key. Handed me the key out the window. And I was like, see ya.
Yeah.
Done. Back again.
Oh, the never speaking again. See, I quite like a never speak again. I'm quite good at never speaking.
I'll say, babes,
As you know.
sometimes let sleeping dogs lie and then they die. Not dogs, of course.
No.
But as in dogs being.
Not men are not dogs. Men are great. Men are really great.
No,
So
they're not.
what we're going to right, because I feel like we've been a bit nega.
No.
No, we aren't. It's funny. Like it's stupid. But we're going to talk about green flags. Cause
Okay, green. Let's go green. Because you've got a lot to edit tonight.
I actually, do you know what's really weird? I don't think I've ever actually dated someone where it's what you think. So it's things that I've like thought is a green flag at first, and I've been like, oh god, never experienced this. This is really
Just
weird.
get legging out here. Sorry,
Like,
guys.
no, it's fine. Like you think it's a green flag. So like I literally sat there and oh my god, like this is definitely a green flag. Like this is going really well. I've never experienced this before. And actually, it turns out to be so like this actually isn't about green flags. This is just about more red flags that look like green flags in the first place.
Okay.
So when I met my ex, when I first met him, it all went like real quick. Like it was like moving really quick. And I'm like, this guy's like really like this is really great. So I've come out of like a long term relationship and like I've been single for about a year. And I've lived on my own for a year. Like I've bought my own apartment. Blah 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 blah. And then at this time, I'm like, oh my god, like this is going like so well. Like he's like saying all the right things. He's like being intentional and like planning dates and like we're seeing each other and like we're meeting up and he's like taking me out for dinner and he's like doing all these things and blah blah blah. And then we ended up moving in together really quickly. I was obviously like quite young at this point. I was probably like 24. Ended up moving in together literally after like 8 weeks.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah. But like I didn't at the time because I was so because in your head you're like that's everything that I want. Like you're always like as a woman, I think like well for me like a really important thing for me is like to have like a partner and like a family and like stability and to have that like maybe it's like the dream that people sell you of like oh this is like amazing like relationship like this is great like we're going to live together and it's going to be really cute and we're going to like get married and whatever. So in my head I was like this is everything I want, but because it had been so quick I hadn't actually had time
To process
any of it, so I didn't see any of the red flags
Okay.
before we moved in together. And then that's when you start seeing them. But you're stuck then because
You're invested.
well, you're invested. Number one, you're invested. But number two, like you're living with someone like that, like, and you kind of like, and I don't think I saw it for like a year. I didn't see the issues because I was just so like in this like, bubble, like, yeah, like completely in this bubble. And I just didn't see it. So like, I think there are times when your own mind can convince you that it's a green flag. Because like, I think like green flags for me are like, good communication,
Yeah.
like
Happy
consistent,
life, happy wife.
literally consistent, good communication. Doesn't have to be you're up my fucking arsehole and you're talking to me Like, that's actually not good. Like, I don't want you to be, like,
No.
messaging me. Like, I'm like, "Oh my God, I will kill you. Like, please leave me alone."
No, we don't.
No,
Okay.
I need time to decompress because my brain's always going. So, like, I can't
Mm.
constantly be talking to someone.
There's no need. When you live together, then you find
But not
peace,
even that,
right?
just when you're dating somebody.
Oh, yeah, but,
I
like,
just
once you've lived, like, when you start living,
yeah.
then you start being like, "Okay, I don't need that over the top,"
Mhm.
because you know you're coming home to them, so the worries
Which is not
stop.
even when I'm dating somebody, I don't actually need to be talking to them all the
No,
time.
you don't, and it gets on top because then what have you got to talk about?
When you see them, what the hell have you got to say to each other?
Literally,
I mean,
you've told them
I would always ask them. Do you know what it is? Because the only, like, view on it, like, from my perspective right now, like, it's like, I think that I'm doing all the right things, but you just don't know. And I'm like, how do you know if you're being a red flag or not? Like, if no one actually says, like, "Oh, I don't like that you like this." Like, but I think men are like sometimes, 'cause I can be quite, I wouldn't say intimidating, but I think people look at me and think, "Oh, fucking hell, like, she's going to take
It's
that
because you're
badly."
confident, babe, okay? Like,
Yeah.
that's not intimidating, it's just you've got you hold your own.
Yeah. So I think people are going to look at me and go, "Oh, like, she's going to take that badly." If I, like, call her out on something, like, I will never take anything badly.
Well, I think that, like, we're not gonna go into it, but something that's
Mm.
happened of recent, someone calling you out
Yeah.
on the wrong ways. I think that's a
Yeah, but
problem.
that was natural bullshit though. That was me being called out, but I wasn't the problem.
No, correct. Like, this person,
Like,
we're not gonna maybe
yeah,
maybe we just,
we
like,
weren't.
take a little clip on that, but, like, that person, has made you feel like something you're not, and that is a them problem.
That's also a red flag.
Yeah, that's it. Red, how much further can you go?
That is
Like maroon?
glaring.
Like burgundy?
You know what actually
Black?
makes me laugh though? It's honestly like, because we spent this whole episode, like, talking about red flags, and I'm like, I just fuck it. Like, it's like I fucking love a red flag. I'm like, do you know what? Do you know what? Tell you what, you fucking get that red flag and you hold it up, and I'll run at it like a fucking bull. Yeah. Like, so
Right.
listen, as much as I've sat here and talked about everyone's red flags, gonna go find some more.
She's not. I won't allow it.
No, but I think this has been episode 1.
We've
How are you
spent
feeling? I
well,
feel better now that I've said it. I mean, I've got a lot of editing to do.
yeah, I feel like we've spilt the tea, and I think we are starting as we mean to go on, and a
Ooh,
lot more tea is gonna be spilt,
it is.
so don't underestimate us. That's
No.
all I say.
And I think, to summarize, to summarize today's episode, yes, everybody has red flags
Yeah, correct.
in particular.
I think
Have a few.
maybe from this we'll identify our own red flags.
I'd love for
As I
anyone
say,
that's listening to call out our red
our
flags.
red flags, yes,
Unless,
but don't be savage.
you like,
No.
number one, if you anyone that I've ever dated, please don't.
Yeah, so
Like, I
that
don't need that level of
next.
attack. We don't need a personal attack.
No.
Um,
We're good girls.
so
We're just here for a laugh, and if you like it, literally tap on and
yeah.
enjoy it with us. Otherwise,
What I'd also love
thank you next.
is story submissions.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram at Not But Red Flags Pod.
Mm-hmm.
It's up and running. It's been live for a couple of weeks. I've been
Very active.
putting a few teasers out there. Well, I just hope that it's up and lives up to the hype now, because I am a bit nervous. Like, you are putting yourself in a very vulnerable position.
For
Like,
people to hear on it.
No, not for people. Yeah, well, yeah, we're
Like,
we're not. I am putting,
Girls does not care.
I am putting myself in quite a vulnerable position, because as much as I love to talk, this is vulnerable for me. I am open with people that I really love and care about, but I wouldn't say that I'm particularly, like, what I post on.
You don't expose yourself.
No, what I
No.
post on social media, like, you wouldn't have a fucking clue what's going on in my life. Like,
You wouldn't know who you are.
it all looks very, oh yeah, life's great and rah, 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 but no. So this is quite
Well,
vulnerable
maybe
from me.
in a way this is smoke and mirrors to a certain degree, and now we are going to open ourselves up.
Yeah.
So please
We're
respect
promoting these.
that.
I've written some signing off notes, which I'm going to read out. Recap funniest moments.
Right, being a
What?
living legend.
Recap funniest moments. Do you know what? I'll do a recap. I'll just add a recap of the. I'll put
Yeah,
it. I'll edit a
okay.
recap in.
We're just both living legends, so like that's
I promoted the Instagram handle.
Yeah,
Tick,
done that.
tick. Episode 2
Episode 2.
will be released. Well, episode 1's going to be released when I've edited it, so it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. And then 2 is
Probably the following Monday or Tuesday
okay.
when we get our shit together. The sign off. I wrote this and I thought it was quite apt and funny.
Go on.
If it feels like a red flag, probably is.